It is Wednesday, June 3rd. Welcome in to another episode of Daily Dingers, brought to you by Bettering Green. We are off another 1-2 night here on the show. Lost with Tampa Bay, team total over 4.5. They get shut out by the Tigers. I was as shocked as anybody to see a shutout victory there for Detroit. Shane Baz under 17.5 outs. He gets to 18. And then we did hit with Cleveland plus 1.5 at even odds. As Cleveland wins that one 9-4, I believe was the final. So big outright victory there for Cleveland. So yeah, lost a unit, now down 2 units so far on the week, going to bounce back. But yeah, I told you guys check out bettergreen.com. I was going to be giving out some free plays there. Told you to check out my Twitter X as well. Unfortunately, got caught up in doing yard work and whatnot yesterday, and wasn't able to give out as many free plays as I thought I was going to. But for a good reason. I gave out my 4 pitcher prop leans on bettergreen.com. Baz was the only loser. We went 3-1. So unfortunate for the show that Baz was the one that I chose. But if you did check out bettergreen.com, got those 3 free plays, 3-1, and 3 of those 4 were all at plus money. So did give out some winning plays over there. Did not tweet any out, and thankfully I didn't because they were going to be sides. They were almost all wrong outside of Cleveland. So yeah, Tuesdays, man. I just cannot get the Tuesdays correct. It's a different angle, different setups in series that, I look for a different angle in the first game of a series versus the second game of a series versus the third game of a series versus a fourth game of a series. And the way Tuesday's set up in the past has been an incredibly profitable day. Tuesdays have been my favorite day of baseball in the past, but this season, not working out. So going to have to change up my handicap on Tuesday. So I apologize for that, guys. But noted, we'll right the ship. We'll figure it out, and we will start to profit more here on Tuesdays. Thankfully for myself, I did just pass completely yesterday. Had a lean in the WNBA on the Valkyries that did hit. So kind of kicked myself there. But again, baseball, a couple winners on some leans, but a lot of losers. So we will right the ship today, guys. Feeling good about today's plays. A couple early games, a couple late games. Before I get into it, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. If you like this video, hit that like button for me. Drop me a comment if you have just a minute to do so. Let's get into play number 1. And we are starting with an early game, 1:40 Eastern, between the Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. We have the Twins minus 150 as your home favorite, plus 125 on Chicago here. Over-under of 9. This is going to be the third game of this 3-game set here. The Twins have taken both games 1 and 2. Sox trying to avoid being swept. And I think the Sox do avoid being swept. I like the White Sox here at the plus 125 underdog price tag. You have the Twins who have to play a new series against the Royals starting tomorrow, 4-game set going through the weekend. Now, they do get to stay home, so not like they have to travel, but Chicago does get the day off. They travel to Philly to continue on this road trip. I think there's some urgency here for Chicago to get a victory, salvage this series against the Twins here, avoid the sweep, and continue their road trip to Philly with a day off in between. So I do like that spot here for Chicago. And then on the mound, you have Taj Bradley going for the Twins. You have Eric Fetty for the White Sox. And this, I think, is where the line is coming from here. I mean, Bradley 5-1 on the year, but a 3.21 ERA, 1.21 whip, 65 strikeouts, 21 walks. Yeah, he's had a really good season to this point. I expect regression from Taj Bradley. He's not a top pitcher here in the MLB. Eric Fetty, he's 0-5 on the year, a 5.4 ERA, 1.48 whip, 34 strikeouts, 23 walks. Terrible numbers for Fetty, and I don't necessarily expect progression, but I don't think it can get much worse for him. And I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The White Sox are a better baseball team than the Minnesota Twins are right now. So I like the Sox. I think Taj Bradley is being priced way too high here as the starting pitcher for the Twins. I don't think it's a fair pricing. I think the Sox should be way less of an underdog in this game. I think the spot sets up well for Chicago. Like the urgency here. I like the White Sox plus 125 as play number 1. Next play up, we are looking at the 7:10 Eastern start time between the Kansas City Royals and the Cincinnati Reds. We have the Royals as a plus 135 road dog. Cincinnati minus 160 here. On the mound, Steven Kolek going for Kansas City, going against Chase Burns for Cincinnati. Burns been one of the better pitchers in the MLB this season, 7-1 with a 1.96 ERA, 0.96 whip, 72 strikeouts to 20 walks. Kolek 3-1 with a 3.48 ERA, .94 whip, 19 strikeouts to 6 walks. We faded Kolek last time out. We took his pitching outs under, got there with ease. We're going to fade Kolek again here. I don't think Kolek is quite as good as what his numbers show, and I am a Chase Burns believer. Chase Burns' start got pushed back. He was supposed to start, I believe, on Monday. Got pushed back until today, so a little bit of extra rest there for Burns. And, I like this spot here for the Reds as well. It's the rubber match. The Reds won last night in extras. Kansas City won game 1. So I think there was some good momentum carried over from that extra innings win, to split the series 1-1 rather than go down 0-2. They did have to mount a little bit of a comeback in that game as well. They were down 3-0 and then scored 4 straight to get the win. So I like the spot here for the Reds. I like the pitching edge for the Reds. I like the added rest to Chase Burns here. We're going to take the Reds -1 run. You can get that down to -115. So you're getting a -160 down to a -115, minus the 1. If it lands 1, you push. That's okay. Better than a loser. We'll take the Reds -1, -115 for play number 2. And our final play, guys, we're going to the 8:10 Eastern start time game between Paul Skeens and the Pittsburgh Pirates, going against Spencer Arrighetti and the Houston Astros here. We have the Astros +130 home underdog, -155 road favorite for Skeens and the Pirates. Again, I just don't like this pricing here on Skeens. I'm going to look at the Houston Astros. We're going to go +1.5 runs, -130. I just don't think Arrighetti's being priced correctly in this matchup with Paul Skeens. Skeens 6-5 on the year, 2.89 ERA, .86 whip, 75 strikeouts, 12 walks. We know he got bombed in that first game of the season, which skew his numbers a little bit. He is one of, if not the best pitcher in the MLB. But look at Arrighetti, 7-1, 1.34 ERA, 1.13 whip, 43 strikeouts, 27 walks. Arrighetti is one of the better pitchers in the MLB this season. Now, is he going to be able to keep that up into next year and the following? I don't know, but this season, Arrighetti is one of the better pitchers here, and I just don't think this pricing is right. Skeens always comes with a premium, and I get it, but I don't think he is necessarily worth that in this price range here. So you're looking at Houston. They lost the game yesterday to the Pirates. I did lean Houston in that one. They now sit at 1-3 on this current homestand, so some urgency to pick up a victory here, get to 2-3, have the rubber match tomorrow, and then they host the Athletics over the weekend. So they can still make have a good record out of this homestand here. I just don't think Arrighetti's being priced right. I think -130 for a +1.5 runs on Houston is a bargain. We're taking Houston +1.5 runs for your final play. So, guys, that will wrap it for Wednesday's show. Quick recap. White Sox moneyline +125. Reds -1, -115. Houston +1.5, -130. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you enjoy our free daily plays, consider hitting that subscribe button for us. Check out bettergreen.com. Also, if you're already subscribed, ring the bell for instant alerts. You won't miss any of our free play videos once they go live. Leave me a comment if you have just a minute, guys. Good luck tonight. We will see you tomorrow for another episode of Daily Dingers, brought to you by Better and Green.